What's up? Where y'all at? It's that time again. 92 on your dial with your morning friends. No complaints. Thank the Lord. It's all you should say and leave the rest up to him, cause it's gonna be as the 92 crew get you on your way. Now you know we stay lit. Don't tell them what we might say. Guaranteed to make you laugh, cause all we do is play. And it's a petty point for you if you don't have what them old school jams make you reminisce about your funky ass sex or your very first kiss. Got you rockin' side to side, hand up, say ayy, cause you know it's gonna be ayy. Today's gonna be a good day. Every day's a holiday. Keep the negativity up on my face. Today's gonna be a lovely. Today's gonna be a good day. Every day's a holiday. Keep the negativity up on my face.
Today's gonna be a lovely day. Good morning to you. Sit around.
Good morning, Ksms. Hey, you two.
Good morning to you, Sean. Good, he's back up in this
Good
studio.
morning. Good morning.
After a nice vacation, and of course, Crystal and I, she's ecstatic.
Good morning, everybody.
Up in
Sean's
here.
back.
We're ready to get this thing popping up in here this morning. Sean up here looking golden brown, y'all. I don't know how long you was at that pool,
Sean, you
brother.
need some light, baby.
I know, I'm trying to get it together
you too
now.
dark now.
Trying to get it together.
Yeah, Sean, that's dark Sean up there. Darkness.
Dark skin energy.
Oh, is that what that is?
We are back up in here, man. Hope you guys had an enjoyable weekend, did some things and kicked it and all that. But it's time to get back into it. It is time for the Kenny Smooth Morning Show. Here's what's coming up today on the Kenny Smooth Morning Show.
Rent prices are high in Tennessee, but not in Nashville, according to a survey. We'll talk about it on the top 5 things you need to know.
And Usher disappointed a lot of people because he just couldn't pop no cherries at this recent concert. So we'll talk about it in the Kid Down.
Wow.
And I learned a lot from these new age children at these Easter egg hunts this weekend. We'll talk about it in real talk.
Kids about that life.
They about that life.
We
And they
gonna find
smart
out.
about it.
Yeah, man. We're going to get into that and a few other stories. You know how we roll. Also coming up for you guys on the show is Hell No.
To the
No.
Yeah, we going to play this audio, and we just had somebody try to call in and try to bless this mess a little bit. That would have sounded like to me. But, you know, we're going to play it. We're going to see how y'all feel about it, YouTube. It's coming up right here on the KSMS. Once again, man, hopefully you guys enjoyed your weekend and had a whole lot of fun. A lot of activities went down this weekend, and we got some more stuff coming up like this, sis.
The Queens will be here May 18th. It is going down. The Black Promoters Collective presents the Queens, and you know who they are. It is Gladys, Stephanie, Shaka,
Patty.
and Patty. Thank you. I forgot one of them. I forgot my girl, Patty.
got you.
May 18th at Bridgestone Arena. Make sure you guys are listening up all week because we have tickets for that as well. But right now, it is time for your morning motivation with Kenny Smooth.
Good morning, Middle Tennessee. Time for you to get up, get out, and get something on this rainy Monday morning. Man, give yourself a little extra time out there, YouTube. So how many summers do you got? What you got left? God willing, I hope you have as many as you can stand. But real talk, how many Christmases, birthdays, summer seasons? How many you have left, and how are you going to spend them? You know, once you hit a certain age, this kind of hits you. And at that moment, you realize how terrible it is to waste time, waste a single moment. The reality is that you got more days behind you than you got in front of you, most of us. And that's okay. What's not okay, though, is to mess up those days in front of you, waste them, second-guessing yourself, or strapped down with somebody else's nonsense. So begin to plan this out right now. How will the next 25 summers look for you, and then start to do those things? All about being in the moment around here and not wasting a single second of this precious gift that God gives us called life. So thank you, God, for giving us another chance and another day on this side. Amen. That's my motivation for you this morning. Take that, be blessed and well in it, because coming up next, Sissy Brown, we're going to get into a little hell now to the now. That is coming up right now. Another amazing event happening right here in Middle Tennessee. Good morning.
Kenny Smooth in the morning.
Shaka Khan, Patti LaBelle, Gladys Knight, Stephanie Mills. The BPC presents The Queens, 4 Legends, 1 Stage Tour. Shaka Khan, Patti LaBelle, Gladys Knight, and Stephanie Mills. The Queens, 4 Legends, 1 Stage. May 18th at Bridgestone Arena. Tickets at Ticketmaster.
Yes, indeed. Get those 4 Queens tickets, and we'll give you a chance to win right here, right around 8:15-ish or so. Make sure you're listening up for your chance to do that. Like and subscribe on the page right now. You make sure you do that. If you're just getting in for the first time, subscribe, please, and like every time you come in the morning. What time is it, man?
What time it is? Do you know?
The time is 6:52 right now. 71 degrees in Nashville. Cloudy skies today with rain all day. A high of 73. But right now, it is time for...
Yes, indeed.
To the no, no,
To the no,
yeah, to the no, no,
no. Hell no. To the no. So I don't know how these microbiologists and all these people and some millionaire, venture capitalists, they got together and they're going to have the world's first sperm race. Sperm race. Yes. They're going to take the specimens, put them down in a little tray.
They're called specimens?
Yeah. And you're going to put the little micro scopes on them and everything. You're going to look down in there and you're going to see how fast they can get down to the other end of the little petri dish. And then when they get down to the end, they won.
Sounds very not like us.
Yeah.
Very much so. I'm like, they got all kind of stuff y'all could be using them microscopes for and all them specimens, like, solving cancer or Alzheimer's or something like that, breast cancer. Instead of y'all want to have the sperms race to the end of the... Just hell no, Sean.
Not with our new health secretary. That would make
He
sense.
ain't lying. With him, though, he might condone it. He's... get something for your throat. Anyway.
You know what?
This is not a cool story, but it happened as a hell no story because Easter egg hunt should not include somebody getting shot. And let alone a deacon at the church was shot. The kids were out there Easter egg hunting, and then there was a parental child custody situation going on. He wanted to take the kid from the Easter egg hunt. It was his weekend, blah, blah, blah. Pastor got in the middle, like, hey, man, calm down. Pow, shot and killed the pastor right there in front of the kids while they out there doing Easter egg hunt. Ain't that much anger in the damn world, man. Hell no.
Not even necessary.
No, man. Them kids traumatized for the rest of their life.
Yep.
So I thought this was a cool 420 story. So a cop in Mississippi pulled a vehicle over for a traffic violation early Sunday morning. He saw him weaving and bobbing a little bit. Pulled the car over, dropped the window down. Hey, bro, I smell that weed coming up out of there. Are you smoking marijuana? So the man just kind of smiled with them little high grins on his face and handed the police the damn joint. Like, go hit that right there, bro. You look tense up in here. I thought he was going to lock him up, but the cop didn't lock him. He just laughed at him, man, and just, come on, hell no, bro.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it could have went the other way.
Could have.
Jail.
He was lucky.
I mean, it's 420, man. I'm smoking a
But
little
if
bit.
that's all he had, too, then.
Yeah, and Mississippi had the sense enough to pass their marijuana law.
Not Mississippi.
Yes, they have recreational marijuana law. We still don't have it in Tennessee.
We're going to be last.
Damn.
We're going to be
That's
last.
crazy.
Have my final story. I want you to sit back and listen to this audio, and at the end of it, you'll say hell no. Hit it, Sean.
And I realized that God loves me, that God has a purpose and plan for my life, that God chose me, that I'm fearfully and wonderfully made.
Yeah.
So he would call me out my name. It wouldn't bother me because I allowed God's voice to be louder than his. And when I was going through transition of him not coming home on the weekends, not being there, telling me I hate you, I'll never love you, I wish I never married you. I knew that life and death is in the power of the tongue through the word of God. So I would say, you will love me one day. And although he would go out for weekends, I would literally help him get ready to go meet a side chick by ironing his clothes and getting him ready for the night. And these are all things I was graced to do. I would not encourage anybody to do that unless you are graced by God to do this.
I just don't know if he was graced by God to do that. I just don't
Keep
believe.
bringing up the Bible.
Yes.
And the Bible says,
What does it say now?
he that finds a wife
Finds a what?
a good thing.
Oh, good. Yeah.
You trying to make this man love you, he'll never love you because he didn't choose you. You chose him.
Right.
So
And
you
he
just
said
out
he
there
didn't
wasting
love
your
you.
time.
He said he didn't love
He
you.
said he didn't love
Just
you.
think what kind of testimony that would be. He used to tell me he hate me. He used to call me a bitch, and he used to do this and that, but he loved me now. Everybody's going to be looking like, what?
Yeah, no, he don't love you. He never will.
Hell no, man. I just can't. Hit the button.
She crazy.
Off the wall.
Yeah, man. I mean, what y'all think about that, YouTube? Y'all, yeah, that's what I said. Wait, what now? And do what? And you getting his clothes ready to go meet with his side chick?
Man, that's who he love.
Obviously, or at least like.
Yeah.
I don't even think he like you. What was the
Yeah,
reason?
he doesn't like you at all.
He doesn't even like you. I think sometimes
And
you might
God
not be
didn't
in
say
love.
that. God did not tell you to do that. He didn't. He didn't. I don't know what Bible you were reading, but God did not tell you
No.
to allow a man to call you out your name all the time
Yeah.
And tell me you hate me?
hate you.
me? And we done spent $30,000 on this wedding.
That is not what God said. He did not say that.
I don't know. And then you had a guy call up here earlier, and he was really trying to I guess he thought he was calling up here to check us and say that y'all shouldn't be judging and something. And we was
Yeah, I didn't really quite get what he was
I
trying
don't know
to
where
say.
he was trying to go. That's what I felt like he was trying to say. We was like judging and we shouldn't be judging. And so
He just called back.
he wanted some more.
He just called back. I told him to get
pastor-
on YouTube.
Pastor
Huh?
was talking about pastor.
The one they just
Yeah.
he just called back.
Why he
He
called back
said,
for?
I just want to thank y'all for listening to my comment. I just want to tell you, I've been married. I said, hold on. I said, just I said, we're talking about it right now. Go ahead and get on YouTube.
I don't know, man.
I said,
we might
get
have
on
been
YouTube
moving along from that
because-
before he get
Seville
back.
said her Bible got misprints.
It does.
Yeah, definitely some misdirection.
What version are you reading?
The Pukin version.
Right.
I got a lot of questions on that one.
But she said the grace of God is giving her this power to go through it. No, that's not.
No.
That's not what that is.
The
Sometimes-
grace of
I don't-
stupidity.
Yeah, stupidity.
No.
Sometimes people will insert God in things, and he be looking down, drinking his coffee, like, do what now?
What?
I ain't got no. I didn't do that.
Yeah.
I didn't do that.
Got him looking at the Bible like,
Hold on.
Put that in.
I know him well.
Yeah, like where?
And he looked over. Hey, Mark, come here, man.
Yeah.
Look, what you doing right there? Come here, let me holler at you, man.
I know I didn't say that.
I know I didn't say this.
Call Pete over and say, you see
Ain't
that
none of
shit?
this in red. Ain't none of this in red.
Didn't say none of this.
Call Pete over and talk about, you see this shit, bro?
This-
Hey, tell Kenny Smooth to run that audio back.
like I need to talk to her. I might have to call her home early. I need to talk. We got to talk.
Where's she at? She's not a local, is she?
Oh.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yes, Dora, God does drink coffee.
Grace of low self-esteem because
That's exactly what that is.
Yeah.
and she's trying to use the Bible verses to back up her stupidity because there's power.
Let me tell you
and life
something,
and
man.
death in the power of the tongue, absolutely. But that is she takes that out of context.
Yeah, you can literally go through the Bible and justify anything you want
Yeah.
and make it sound good.
Yeah.
You can really do
You can.
that. The devil knows the Bible. That's what my grandma told me.
Yeah.
That's the truth. He was an angel first.
Yeah.
He
The
absolutely
devil
does.
knows the Bible.
With him treating her like that let you know she paid for their wedding.
Yep.
She probably paid most of them bills.
She got him in
knew-
that car. He go see his side chick and she bought
Can you
that.
imagine ironing your person's clothes to go out
For them to go
and
out
enjoy somebody
and
else?
to cheat on you.
The only way I can
See
imagine
you later.
that is if I'm hurrying up you to get the hell on so I can bring my side chick in the house when you go see dude. You know what I'm
Now
saying?
that right there
That's
is
That's the only. And it's, if it's
risking your
toxic-
life on that one.
If it's toxic, it's toxic. Everybody gonna be toxic, not just you.
If I helped you get ready to go see your side chick, please know you're not gonna make it back. It's some lug nuts missing. It's a brake line cut. You probably got itching powder in your drawers, so wherever you go, you just
gonna
gonna
know
be
it's-
scratching and stuff. No. that ain't gonna go down like
You
it.
said some itching powder in your pants.
Yeah,
said
I'm
that-
finna
that-
hang your itch nigga pants.
You gonna say that birthday card you signed was a new insurance policy?
Look,
Yeah,
you
buddy.
said that drink was a little strong. That's because it got laxative in it, sweetheart.
Don said, imagine him saying, nah, not that shirt, B. The other one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Right.
Don't
Like,
iron that
oh,
one. I want the green one.
You know what? This new Kool-Aid
We
you been
going to
making me.
dinner.
This green Kool-Aid is all right. Yeah, drink
'cause
up.
It contains antifreeze. Got a little antifreeze in there.
Just a little
way.
Just a
tank.
little
Just
tank.
a little tiny.
You don't need much.
Full.
A dab, but do you?
Little cap full.
She is not. She needs therapy.
Sean, you are
Oh.
so tan.
She needs therapy. Yeah, I know.
Look at on this. You are
Yeah.
Yeah,
dark,
man, you dark skin Sean
Yeah.
right now.
golden.
Yeah, when I was in Miami after we got off the ship, we went to like Little Havana, like where all the Cubans are, and,
Yeah.
and went to Versailles.
Lord.
We can get great coffee and donuts in every
Nice.
restaurant, but they were a lot of people thought I was Dominican.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people
Yeah.
thought I was Dominican.
They
Were they
start
trying to
talking
talk to
Spanish
you in
right away.
Spanish?
Yeah. And I gotta get,
Say, "See,
I gotta
papi."
get, Got to get my Spanish
You need
together.
to go on Babbel.
I've got the app. I'm going to get my Spanish
get my
together
Spanish
this
together,
summer.
too.
I'm going to get it together.
I just
you
want to
can
learn
get
enough phrases, man.
Yeah.
Just so
Or
I
you
can
can
get around.
get them things off TikTok that they selling now
What's
that translates in your ear.
Yeah, I got
it
that.
translates any
Mine
language.
does it
It's
on
a-
my phone.
it's-
I just want to be
it's
able
a
to.
little
I
device.
just want to be able to speak it. I want to be able to speak it and understand it. So I gotta. I know some words because JoJo talks a lot, but he's taught me something. But I need to get. I'm going to get
Is
focused.
he fluent?
Is he fluid?
He's pretty fluent. He's pretty fluent.
In
So I'm gonna.
Spanish?
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna-
he knew what they were saying to you whenever you walked
and
up.
everybody I was around was speaking. All the people we hung out with speak Spanish. So I was like, I got to get it together. So I'm gonna get it together this summer.
All I
Y'all know the
know
one
is
going, "K."
Yeah.
Kid?
And some things I recognize, just makes it from context clues, things like that. But like I got to get it together. So
all I know is poquito español punta.
That's not good.
it wasn't good.
You say you speak a little,
little
Spanish,
Spanish
bitch.
Hey,
You said. That's
I don't
what
think
you
you
just
said
said.
that to everybody.
poquito español punta.
Like, no wonder he didn't want to fix my car.
Right. Why your damn bumper fell off?
Goodness.
Oh my God! And if you speak Spanish, I apologize for her. It's so, she didn't know what she said.
No,
Yes, she did. I
He said,
did.
yes, she did.
Yes, she did.
I definitely know what that punta.
Exactly. I said if she don't know none of it, she knows punta.
Oh my
I
God!
definitely know punta.
Are you ready to do your segment, man?
Sterling said learn Creole too.
That would be something good to learn. Oh, yeah, I've never thought about that.
Oh yeah, I am. Come on.
It's time for real talk. Are you ready? Real talk.
Real talk. Let's get
Mr. Weather, nah, get it.
Real talk. Real talk. Real talk. Let's get straight.
Let's get straight to it. Crystal with an eyes in the building.
Okay, people, as we know, God chose to double book 420 and Easter this year. So I had to go out and do some Easter egg hunting. I got invited to a couple of Easter egg hunts, and I realized that the kids do not appreciate the candy like they used to. Because if the egg didn't have no prize in it, they was throwing the candy and the egg back on the ground. However, they made it easy for the cleanup woman because I was coming around with my bag picking up the candy for my 420 festivities after church. However, I met this one real smart little boy out south, okay? I don't know his name or nothing, but the little boy hit the jackpot out there and picked up all kind of eggs with money in them and was stuffing it in his sock, okay? I'm talking about his sock was so big it looked like he had an ankle monitor on. And before he got ready to walk off, I said, you ain't gonna catch the money, baby, see how much you got? He looked around at them projects and looked me dead in my face and said, not right here, not right now. So either he done seen some things or his mama was going to take that money. Let me hold that for you, baby. And he wasn't never see that money no more. That little boy smart and he is really going places.
Yes, he is.
But as far as that candy that y'all didn't want, just know I got a big grocery bag full of it in my refrigerator. I had to put it in the refrigerator because it was melting.
A lot of chocolate.
It was some of that chocolate I couldn't even pick up because they had stepped on it. Them kids was out there disrespecting the Snickers.
Oh,
I was like, who did this? I wanted to chop them in their throat. Oh, and I got jumped on by a little baby, but we ain't gonna talk about that.
Damn.
Let's don't never mind. That's my real talk for this morning. Y'all be blessed.
Happy Easter, kids. I mean, they had a great time this weekend all over the place.
Yeah, they did. They really did.
Yes,
Lots
they
of
did.
candy. I feel like I went trick or treating.
But see, that's the thing. They taking Easter like Halloween. Don't nobody want no candy on Easter. That's not what Easter is for. Halloween is for candy, not Easter.
But they trying
This
to
is
make.
true.
So what's Easter for?
That's a second
Eggs.
run. That's a runner-up.
Eggs.
And prizes.
Eggs is for, Easter's
Eggs
for
and prizes.
Jesus.
Eggs and prizes.
I mean,
They chunking the candy.
Not candy.
I've lost. I don't know what Easter because I went home to see my nephews because I had to go get my dogs, and I saw what Creed and Roman got, and they got Crocs and bubble blowers. I was
Oh,
like,
wow.
Yeah, gifts. Yeah.
it was funny because my brother-in-law told me, he was like, look, I don't know what your sister called me and said, hey, you gonna go half on me on this? He said, all day I was trying to figure out what the hell am I going half on for Easter? What are
1-year-old.
What are you spending money on? And it was $80 Crocs. And like, I was like, sis,
Oh,
what is
wow.
they had to have, she's
PS5s.
like, they had to have these Crocs for Easter.
How old are they now?
There will be 2 this summer.
So they were calling them Jesus sandals. Is what they
I
was-
guess. But he was like,
That's a
all day
good
long,
way to
I was
do
trying
it.
to figure out what the hell does she want me to go half on for Easter? For some eggs and some candy? But no, it was. They had all. And when I got to the house, they had all kinds of stuff. I said Easter
Go ahead, little kids.
is a whole nother
That's
level.
that little boy's sock.
I got an Easter basket, and it had probably one little toy in it, maybe. It was something that Pez dispensers, if anything.
Yeah,
but
Pez
now it's a
dispensers.
whole nother thing.
That's a whole thing. Sissy Brown standing by with some hot tea. You got that tea for him, sis?
Yes.
Pour it up, man.
Blow it up, blow it up.
Stand back, because this tea is hot.
Blow it up, blow it up.
Time for the Get Down with Sissy Brown on the Kenny Smooth Morning Show.
Usher did not perform his viral cherry routine in Abu Dhabi. So he was at the United Arab Emirates, and he had a concert, and he said, guys, it's not happening. The cherry routine is not going to happen. And they were so disappointed. They were like, no. Because, there's a rule there. They have a PDA rule. In public, you cannot, even husband and wife.
No
PDA in public. You got to be behind closed doors. Now, I don't know if anything would have happened if he had done it, but he was just respecting the law. So shout out to Usher. Kendrick Lamar and SZA kicked off their grand national tour in Minneapolis on Saturday night. And if you're on TikTok, you've seen the whole show. Because I've seen the whole show already.
Wow.
Now, the two went through a 52-song set list, and it included 9 acts during the show. They both performed solo, and then they performed together. And
52 songs.
52. I was waiting for somebody. Do y'all hear what I said?
Yeah, 52.
Like, that was a
3-hour show.
concert.
It was a long show.
Jesus.
But there was a lot of graphic, like they were going up on the risers and doing some crazy stuff. And my guy Keita the Great, I don't know if you guys know that little boy that used to dance really, really well back in the day. He is one of Kendrick Lamar's backup dancers. I want to give him a shout out because he's been working a long time to get there. But if you want to see the show and you're not going to the show, go to TikTok. SZA's new business venture is Not Beauty. And that's the name of it, literally. So Rihanna's Fenty has competition, and it's Not Beauty. It's cruelty-free, gluten-free, and fully vegan with an aesthetic inspired by her Atlanta album art. And she's got some lip glosses. They're called Flesh, Strawberry Jelly, and Quartz. They're all $23 a pop. And if you go to the concert, you get a first look at SZA's makeup line. So if you guys go to give me one of them.
What you say was
$23? Lip gloss.
For just some lip gloss?
Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm.
Yes. $23.
Because it's cruelty-free.
It's cruelty-free,
gluten-free, and vegan. Whatever that means. So if it's whale ass, like you said, the lipstick is whale ass. Is it, if you don't put whale ass in it, is that vegan? Because it's whale of meat, right?
Yeah.
An animal.
So then it wouldn't have the whale ass.
That wouldn't qualify.
Okay.
So if you taking out everything that makes makeup, what the hell is you putting on your face?
Yeah.
That's
a good question.
Basically, whatever they make that makeup out of, it can't have eyes. Have eyes. Then
so the sheep you was talking about.
They got eyes. You can't put that in there.
Or the insects.
The insects got eyes
so
too.
what's the
Insect
substitute?
secretion.
Just saying it sounds.
They in there releasing the damn insects.
What is stroking the prostate to get it out or something?
Yeah, I don't know what you do. Got a little tweezer or something?
So
put
what
that
do
in
you
there?
use? What else would?
You know what? I ain't got that much time.
Because everything Sean looked up, it was all
Animal.
Yeah. So what would you use in place of it?
Corn.
Alloy.
Corn.
Yeah, they do corn for everything.
That slimy stuff in an alloy
The
plant.
Ville said it's Kool-Aid dye. No, it ain't.
Do you know that the dye that they use in makeup is animal blood?
Mm-hmm.
Insect blood.
That's what when they be in the when them girls be in jail taking them jail pictures, they be using like Kool-Aid or something like that to make their lips red.
Yeah, that's
like,
how they do
you in here looking cute? Oh. They in there making
they
makeup.
put their makeup on. They make makeup
Yep,
in there.
in prison.
They can't have that.
You can't have none of that. You can't be cute.
They
in
make eyeliners.
Yep.
They make lipstick.
So in the commissary, you can't get none?
Hell no.
It's just food.
Just food.
You probably can get certain things, but it's not
like
nothing.
Chapstick or something.
Yeah,
and you'll take
but
some of
it's
that and then you use it and get some kind of dyes and start making eyeliner and red stuff. And they taking pictures in the jailhouse.
They said, so I looked it up.
Okay.
So vegan makeup is made up of plant-based ingredients like aloe, shea butter, coconut oil, botanical extract. So a lot of plants.
Okay, that sounds good.
It's plant-based, basically.
Okay.
So
I don't know if you're gonna be popping though. If you're gonna be popping, you ain't
But
got,
again, you know,
if you ain't got no whale ass on your lips. I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna pop.
Right. That long-lasting lipstick that you can just kiss everybody and it may not work. Because you ain't got the well ass on your lip. Or the insect secretion. You ain't got that on your lip.
Yeah,
to keep the lipstick on there. So there's a difference.
Crazy.
That's right, man. You ain't got no grasshopper semen on your mouth.
That's
Ugh.
crazy.
Hey, man, y'all enjoy
We already
that.
got a what you said call.
So let's get into this right now. Sissy Brown. No, excuse me. You got your readers on, Crystal? Uh-oh. She's doing the reader look. Birthday time. Let's celebrate the Taurus. It's their season, man.
It's your birthday.
Get busy.
It's your birthday.
Get busy.
It's your birthday.
Get busy. It's your birthday.
It is time to celebrate your birthday, and Crystal and I has that.
Okay, we got celebrity birthdays. Andy McDowell is 67. Tony Danza is 74. And Iggy Pop is 77. I don't know who none of them people is.
Come on, man.
Local birthdays, we got Leslie Owen, Rick Party, Dwayne Bell, James Arms, and my wolf brother, Montarius Gooch. And your winner of tickets to experience the National Museum of African American Music is Arnita Harris.
Come on now. Come on, good.
Arnita.
Yes, indeed. And right here, we believe that when it's your birthday,
You should have cake.
get you some cake on your birthday. That's right. Get some cake on
Times
your
for our birthday,
birthday.
chick.
Taurus season. Hey, it's Taurus season. It's your birthday. Happy birthday to you from all of us here at the Kenny Smooth Morning Show. And today is...
Today is Boston Marathon Day, National Chickpea Day, National Egg Salad Day. That's good. And Big Word Day. Y'all know I ain't celebrating that.
Big Word Day.
There's no celebration here.
Happy birthday for you from all of us here at the Kenny Smooth Morning Show. All right, guys. I'm still tripping on this lady with this call, man. This Did the guy get on our YouTube channel yet, sis? Did he say anything?
No, he hasn't said anything.
Hey, the guy that called in on the show and was talking about the woman with the being graced to handle her husband and ironing his clothes to go see his side chick. Yeah, you guy. That's what we're talking about here. Hold on. Well, no, get off of that. All right, cool. So you know what we got to do? We got to get to some top 5 things you need to know. We got to get to that, and then we're gonna get ready to get into what you said. So, Sissy Brown, top 5. Let's get it.
New measures to tackle illegal immigration.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
3 cities in the volunteer state have made their way to the bottom of a new study about rent. I'll have more on that story in a moment, but first, someone in Ohio won the $112 millions jackpot on Friday. The recent change to a $5 ticket has boosted the starting Mega Millions jackpot from $20 million to $50 million. The first drawing for the new fortune is on Tuesday night.
At least they weren't from California.
Right. A Memphis man died Saturday morning after a suspect opened fire on a vehicle at a Napier area gas station. The shooting was reported at the Honeysuckle Market convenience store in the 100 block of Lafayette Street. Officials announced that one of the victims, 37-year-old Michael Robinson of Memphis, died at the hospital. 3. Protesters gathered outside of Centennial Park Saturday afternoon, voicing their disapproval of President Donald Trump and the actions of his administration in his first few months in office. Multiple people carried signs reading, "I am Kilmar Abrego Garcia," referring to the man who was deported from Maryland to El Salvador. 4 people are dead in a small plane crash in Illinois. It took place in Coles County, Illinois, Saturday morning. The plane had taken off in Wisconsin, apparently hit power lines and went down. It was the second fatal crash of the weekend after 3 died Friday night when a small plane went down in a river in Nebraska. 5. A study by Wallet Hub analyzed the median gross rent in more than 180 cities in Tennessee and then compared it to the median household income to determine the areas where rent was most affordable in the United States. Among 182 cities, Memphis ranked 153 on the list of cities with the most affordable rent, making it the lowest ranking in Tennessee. Meanwhile, other cities nearby ranked just above that, with Knoxville coming in at 152, Chattanooga at 82, and Nashville at 102. And that's the top 5 things you need to know. For this and more news, go to 92qnashville.com under the Kenny Smooth Morning Show.
Yes, indeed. Rent, Nashville, and cheap is not some 3 words I like.
They lying.
I don't like to put them together.
If
Rent,
we
Nashville,
the
cheap.
cheapest, I'm scared to go anywhere else.
Right.
If this is cheap.
This can't be. But, it's 102, so it's not like, we're beating down the door. in the listings. But yeah, I mean, you guys were talking earlier, man. So Sean said he had a $500. How many? 2-bedroom, 2-bath,
2-bath townhouse in
Clarksville for $500.
2006.
Wow. And I had a 2-bedroom, 1-bath townhouse. I moved out there in about, I
What
think it was
area?
2007. Out north.
Out north.
Behind, them apartments behind where Harper's used to be.
Mm-hmm.
And you going back there where that church is, it's a laundromat with some apartments behind. I stayed in them apartments. When I first moved over there, I was paying $450.
Wow. And this was 2007.
2007, 2008, yeah.
And not even 20 years later.
Yeah.
Them places is $1,800.
Well, when I had to move, they had went up from 5 to 11.
Just one swoop.
Yeah,
Boom.
they first.
Oh, that's crazy.
And they told me, we can't pay that. You got to move out. You got to find somewhere else
That's
to
gotta
live.
be. That's just basically telling you to get out.
It is.
Yeah,
That's what it
and
is.
I did.
Right.
I
You
did.
ain't got to tell me twice, please.
And I did.
And then
Packed
you
my
try to
stuff
play.
right
Let me
on
get
up.
myself together and try to play Mutt the Mutt. It's gonna be 2,000.
Court Villa, is that the name of them?
No, that's the ones you talking about is down there by the one that got flooded by the golf course. I'm
Yeah.
talking about on W.H. Davis, back there with Mr. Walter. They got that old maintenance man, Mr. Walter.
Not
be
Mr.
driving
Walter.
around that man drive around the neighborhood at 3-4 miles an hour all around the neighborhood. That's it.
His name Mr. Walter.
You get behind him and be mad.
You ain't going nowhere.
You ain't going nowhere quick. Unless they change the name of them, but
Wow. All right, guys. We got to get you updated, get you caught up because we're about to get into it. Are y'all ready to get into what you said? Let's do it. What you said.
Man, what you said?
What you said?
What you said?
What you said?
Part of the show. We love this because we get to hear from you, Middle Tennessee. We get to hear from you on YouTube. YouTube, when you're ready to chime in, all you got to do is just type in your response. That's all you got to do. Let's find out the scenario.
what's the scenario?
I started pole dancing exercise classes. It's great for my body, and I love it. It's not about getting undressed. I wear shorts and a sports bra, and I absolutely love it. My husband was amused at first. He thought I only went to a pole dance class for a friend's birthday, but he didn't think it was going to be this much of a passion. He doesn't get that it's a way to work out. I love it so much, I've started competing. Yes, there are pole dancing competitions, but I haven't mentioned that to him. Well, I won the last one, and I took home $5,000.
Damn.
I recorded a video because I'm thinking about starting a business to teach others how to do it. Well, I told him about my winnings and showed him the video, and he went nuts. He said he didn't marry a stripper and told me I had to stop. I said, I'm not a stripper, and it's none of his business. Now he's saying it's affecting our marriage. It's really not, because all I do is go on stage, pole dance, and walk off. He told me to stop pole dancing or I have to go. I don't want to give it up. I'm not doing any harm. I love it, and I'm going to make money from it. And it's fun. And he doesn't control me. What's my next move? First of all, he telling her to get out of her own house. That was my
telling
first.
you
like,
got to go.
Okay.
Go where? In my own house. But yeah, so you heard this, ladies and gentlemen. She like, what's her next move? She's out here pole dancing. She likes it. It's a good workout. That's how she doing it. She ain't out. They ain't throwing ones at her at these competitions.
No.
Now. It ain't that. It's just a sports competition. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all be thinking in your head to throw some one. They got the moves and you're going to do the splits and you're going to back it up on the pole and all that. And people be like, ooh, I'm going to throw you. No, but it ain't that. But the husband saw the video where she won the competition and got all in his feelings and was like, oh, I ain't marrying no scrupple. So she was like, I'm not a stripper. I don't take anything off. So she wants to continue to do it. And she won $5,000. Now she wants to teach other people how to do it. That's going to be some more grands coming in. She's thinking ahead. He's thinking like, nah, we ain't doing that. And I imagine some fellas even on here may feel like, nah, that's not cool to be doing. I don't want my boss to come see you in no competition. Bientôt. So anyway, how you guys feel about it, YouTube? Should she be able to still continue to do her thing? Should they be trying to work it out? Dude trying to put her out. What you think?
Work what out? I'm sorry.
Work what out? Work out how he feel and how she feel. That's pretty much it. Because he does have it. He has his feelings about it.
We do have somebody on the phone that's ready to answer.
All right, let's get to it. 92Q, good morning. What you said?
Well, it's a slippery slope, but she like what she doing, so he needs to support that.
Okay.
As long as she ain't stripping and being naked nowhere, it shouldn't be a problem.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was persistent.
I just feel, I think a lot, and we're just on YouTube right now.
Right.
But I think, I read some comments on my Facebook where they're like, if my husband or my maid don't like something, I'm not doing it. I think that's BS, because there could be a lot of things that your mate doesn't like just to be an ass, or something that might be bringing you attention, or something that might be something that he wouldn't do or she wouldn't do. But I've seen some relationships where people are really like that. I don't like that she don't get off till 7:00 at night, and so she got to get another job because he don't. Stupid stuff. That's what I'm saying. Not something that makes sense.
Right.
Like you're stripping and bending over, showing your butt crack. But I'm just saying, there's a lot of things that people say. Oh, if my husband or my wife don't like it, I'm not going to do it. I totally disagree with that.
Well, I think some, just to play devil's advocate, some women, take the submissive thing to heart.
They really do.
Like, nope, I'm not going to do it. If he don't want it, I'm not doing it. So
Don, I can't.
That's not true, Don.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't agree with that.
Because Ebony does it all the time. Ebony goes to, go ahead, Crystal.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Ebony ain't
She
stripping
said she's going to be
yet,
naked.
She loves it.
She's been doing it for years.
It's about David M. talking about if she lost, she wouldn't continue.
Probably true.
But it said that she's done a couple of them already.
Yeah.
And she just won the last one she did. So she was doing them losing. I think if you've ever, which most of you probably haven't, pole dancing is a sport. It is a core exercise, and it's an arm exercise and a leg exercise, and you have to really be in shape or get in shape to do it. It's a good workout,
and it'll tighten this up.
Your core,
too.
yeah, it's a core.
It's definitely a core.
That's the name
Yeah.
for it. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, she's
That's
not
the name
getting money.
for it.
She's not competing. She goes to class every week though.
But she's doing it just for her exercise. That's
Yeah.
a part of her exercise routine.
And then it's a possible revenue stream because if you get 5 people in your class and you charging 100,
Right.
And she's
you
talking
make a
about
little
starting
money.
to teach classes
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
make a
Ebony
little piece
did
of
say
bread.
she wanted
I'ma go to her
teach
class if she do.
Right.
Yeah.
And tell my husband and dare him to tell me I can't go.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want you to go to that class. Why?
Right.
With shorts and a sports bra. What is the problem with me going to this class?
Some men just got that thing. If they think if it leans into anything sexual, they don't want their wives in it.
But the thing about it is, though, you'd rather go to the gym in the shorts and the tank top
With
where
the
there's
men.
all kinds of dudes,
All
or go to this pole class where there's probably not one dude
No,
in
one
there.
dude.
You're right.
Which one do you want, bro? Which one do you want?
That makes total sense.
Makes a lot of sense when you think about it.
Because I've seen some very sexual outfits in the gym.
I do too. In the gym all the time.
You be like, damn, girl, that's how you come to the and then
Yeah.
I don't want all this attention. Well, bitch,
Right.
then take that off.
Right.
I know you because I know you looked in the mirror, you look back and you look side,
Yeah.
and you knew
You
what you
sucking
looked
in,
like.
taking pictures.
Yeah, you knew what you looked like when you went to the gym.
Yeah.
And you want to cause all that commotion. And I love it when the men be in there and don't pay them no attention. I love that.
That's because they paying the other men attention.
Oh, my Lord.
That's also true.
Well, that's also true.
Got another caller.
92Q, good morning. What you see?
If her husband don't like it because he don't feel comfortable about what she's doing, she probably should just stop doing it. Because one, what's important, the money or the marriage?
So anything her husband's not comfortable with, she should stop, is what you're saying?
Well, we speaking on this situation right
No,
now.
I know that, but I'm asking you a general question because you said if her husband don't like it, she should stop. But you're meaning
we
in
can
this
just go on and on
particular.
about different topics, but we speaking on this one.
Oh,
She should stop if he don't like it.
All right.
All right.
My man, thank you.
And that's what I'm talking about.
And we have said
you gonna generalize everything. You can do this, but I don't like this. But this okay. But I don't like this. No. If it's not jeopardizing anything, if it's not hurting anything or making you look any type of way disrespected, I'm gonna do it.
But I'm saying, I think that's what I'm saying. I think he feels that way. I think
He doesn't know the journey. He doesn't know. Like, go to the class, go to the competition, see what it is before you just say, oh, you can't go. And if you go, we're done. Like, that's a real insecurity, I think.
Yeah.
It is.
You're telling me I got to leave if I don't stop. But I bet you that $5,000 I got you want to spend.
Right.
that's It could be that, but I think, a lot of times, man, no dude is going to admit they insecure.
Nope, they're not.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what that is. So you do. I know some guys that are tight like that. You know what I'm saying? That with anything, like they be, I don't particularly like dudes when they be like trying to check their women on their clothes. Like, them jeans, you got to take that shit off. I'm like, dude, that's a grown ass woman.
Switching over.
Then you better buy.
Man, what you said?
What you said?
What you said?
What you said?
He sounded kind of short. Don't get mad, though. I'm just asking a question.
He don't like it. She should stop.
That's what I say. 615-737-9292 is the phone number. What are they saying, sis?
Keena said you weren't upfront with him about it, which may be part of his problem with it. I would suggest counseling, but I'm intrigued at the comment saying she's putting a hobby in front of the marriage as if he isn't the one who offered up getting rid of her because of it. It's quite silly to me. Professional pole instruction is no different than an aerial artist or gymnastics. He's worried about what people will think more than likely, especially if he's calling her a stripper when she's not, and not her happiness. Yacasa said he needs to get over it. If he won't get over it, there are plenty of other people that wouldn't give a damn about how you maintain your fitness. Quinn said pole dancing can also be used for exercise because not everyone can do it, and it does take strength. Personally, I think opening up a spot to do classes is great, and you don't have to do those competitions. And Tyree said, send me the video. I'll let you know if it's appropriate or not.
Yeah, post that link up online somewhere. We just want to see what kind of inappropriate are we talking about here. All right, guys, 615-737-9292 is the phone number. You can also leave your text at that phone number or join us on our YouTube channel. You know the YouTube crew always gets it in on these topics at 92Q Nashville. That is the number. Sean, what are you thinking, sir?
It's insecurity for sure. I mean, she's pole dancing, and she done some competitions, won some money. But think about this. Would you rather her be in the gym with a bunch of other dudes in these short shorts and this sports bra? Would you rather her be there in the gym working out or working out doing pole dancing with a bunch of other women and then teaching a class with a bunch of other women? Because men ain't going to do it.
Nope.
So what environment would you rather her be in? So think about that before you try to tell her not to do this just because you think that she's going to be stripping. These are two different things. This is exercise, and she's clearly showing you she's doing it for exercise. You're trying to put her in the direction of stripping.
Yeah.
That's not what she's doing. She can go to a club if she wanted to go do that. You ain't got to no pole dancing class.
Right.
So
this is true.
They take all comers.
This is a controlling thing. You're not really even thinking about this clearly.
All right. What are you thinking over there, Crystal?
I'm not married, so I can't speak from a married person's point of view. However, I can ask the question of what is the difference of her going to this pole dancing class as the homies going out to play basketball? That's a hobby that they go out and do. You know, y'all are in your basketball shorts, letting your little hee-hees and ho-hos fly around when you're flying in the air. We don't say nothing about that. What's the difference in y'all going to play Madden? Her hobby is her hobby. She's not getting naked. That's the main thing. Because I would see if she was getting naked, okay, there's a chance she could go further and get paid for some sexual activities or something like that, you know. But I feel like it's nothing wrong with it.
Now, Crystal, some people are saying that it's because she didn't tell him that she was going to do the competition.
Now, that's a problem.
Is it a problem?
I would at least told him.
That she was going.
Yeah,
or not. Maybe she wanted to do it to see and then bring it to him. No? Okay.
Because then when you won, you all excited to take him back the money from something that you didn't even tell him you was going to do.
Right.
So I get that part, but if she was already doing pole dancing as exercise, what's the difference?
Yeah.
Because she got paid for it. She didn't take her clothes off.
Nope.
So I don't see. Yeah, the only thing she was wrong about was not telling him at
About
first.
the competition.
Yeah, but other than that,
Because there's not, you're not taking your clothes off for the wet T-shirt contest, but you might want to tell your husband
right.
that you're gonna do that.
Well,
what's
wet
the
T-shirts are a
difference?
little different.
Because girls don't have that many hobbies. Boys, they play basketball. They go out and play flag football. They go golfing and all kind of things. Y'all got all kind of stuff. And she finds
ladies got all that too now.
They got hobbies
They got
too
all
now.
that. They play golf. They basketball. They do all that.
Yes, but she doesn't. She climbs poles.
Don't say it like that, though, because it changes the whole concept of how this goes.
wow.
She climbs poles.
615-737-9292 is the phone number to get your comment on. And don't forget to join us on our YouTube channel. Every morning we are in there live doing our thing. So, what side are you on this? The husbands or the wives? We'll find out what you think on the KSMS.
Up with Kenny Smooth in the morning.
If her clothes are not coming off, I don't see a problem. Now, if she had on some of them little shorts like Kels had on that day when he was working out,
That's a problem.
that might be a problem, Kels.
Got 3 calls.
All right, here we go.
Here we go. 92Q, good morning. What you see?
Good morning to the best radio show. Y'all know what time it is.
Yeah, man.
Look here. So I'm looking at this 2 ways. First of all, you as my wife, don't lie to me. I don't care about your hobbies or any of that. Don't lie to me and violate the trust that me and you have within one another. That's one.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the other side in me is when you come home, that pole going to be installed in the bedroom. You see all these tricks. I'm going to be the cameraman and everything. He tripping.
Yeah, I agree.
And you're going to be coaching her. Nah, baby, that ain't it right there.
Yeah, hit them splits.
Thank you.
My man. 92Q, good morning. What you said?
Hey, good morning, 92Q. This Big Bro's man.
My man, what up with you?
Hey, look, she can do what she wants, but she can't be my queen doing that. My queen, I hold to a higher value.
Okay.
So if she want a new wave guy to want to do it, allow her to do it, and hey, that's up to her. But she just can't be my queen doing it.
My man.
All right.
Appreciate you, boss. 92Q, good morning. What you see?
Well, I think, again, insecurity, just because you are married doesn't mean that you have to like everything that each other do.
Exactly.
You don't have to. You might disagree with it. You don't have to like it. Be like, I don't agree with it, but I still support you. Plus, it's bringing money into the household. Come on now.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I think. That's what I think.
Thanks,
Thank
girl.
you. Appreciate you.
But he said my queen, like she out here selling coochie or something.
They don't want, some men don't want none of
You're
that.
right. My ex
None
was
of
like
that.
that. He would go to the club, and then I'd see people the next day. They were like, I wish you would have came out last night. I saw so and so. I was like, he told me he was going to the store. He said you were sick at home and you didn't want to come out. He would keep me at home like that. So I agree with you. There are people that don't. He didn't want me to be seen.
Nope. They don't want nobody, the possibility to come and scooping you up.
And I was
Somebody-
was moved to the country for that.
And somebody, you know what I'm saying? Somebody can come and offer you this, and that. And they don't want.
His real problem is the dance.
Yeah,
he's thinking pole stripper,
Yeah.
pole dance stripper. He's putting those two
it's-
together.
I mean, and it's, I get it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's kind of hard to separate them two. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
well, for men, because some don't know that it's actually a class that
Right.
women take.
And even if it were the class, they don't care. It's like, that is a sexual thing.
Yeah.
When I see some heels and a pole, I'm getting rocked. You know what I'm saying? Because
Wait a
Damn.
that's what it is. We are very simple creatures, ladies. We don't.
That is true.
We're very simple. You know what I'm saying? I'm hungry. You know what I'm saying? I wait. You know what I'm saying? That's it. You know, it's no in between stuff with that, man. So
No pole dancing. It'll bring problems. Like what? What kind of problems will it bring? Obviously, it hasn't brought any problems so far. She's been doing it. She was going to the classes, and then she started competing, and there was no problems till she brought him the video. So what problems are you speaking of, D. Will? I just think aside from her not telling him that she went and competed, what's the problem? And even that, people make mistakes. I'm sorry, I should have told you. She could have been like, I wanted to see for myself first, or what any excuse. Or if she might have just said, I'm not gonna tell him yet because I'm scared to tell him. But okay, I'm sorry I didn't tell you, babe. People do that all the time. People make mistakes all the time. Call Ebony. She did. What did she lie? Where did she lie, y'all? Did I miss that part?
Because she didn't tell him about the
so she
competition.
didn't tell him.
Yeah.
Okay. Because she keeps saying and lying about it. She just didn't tell him that she went to compete until she won. And then she said, hey, babe, look, here's this money and look what I did.
So maybe
I think once she started
maybe it was the delivery.
wanting to make-
maybe it
Yeah.
was the delivery.
Yeah.
Let me put this in and I'll kind of give you my example to that. 1 second.
Fun continues on the Kenny Smooth Morning Show on 92Q. It's time to hear from the people. Call us at 615-737-9292.
92Q, good morning. What you see?
Well, I think, again, insecurity, just because you are married doesn't mean that you have to like everything that each other do.
Exactly.
You don't have to. You might disagree with it. You don't have to like it. Be like, I don't agree with it, but I still support you. Plus, it's bringing money into the household. Come on now.
Yeah, right.
that's what I think. That's what I think.
Thanks,
Thank
girl.
you. Appreciate you.
So if I don't tell my husband, if I don't tell Tino that I went to an art decor class and I took an art class, I'm lying to him? Is that what y'all are saying? Because you're saying omission of the truth is a lie. I agree. Omission is a lie to a certain extent. But if I go run a marathon and I don't tell my husband, am I lying? Is that what y'all are saying? Or is it just this particular thing because it's kind of sexual? Go ahead, Sean. What were you going to say?
It takes me back to, and I've done this a couple. It takes me back to the Cosby Show episode where Vanessa brings home her husband. Nobody knew that she got married. Nobody knew anything about him. He's much older.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's trying to. So I guess I think it was.
So it's sexual.
I forget what the guy's name is, but he's trying.
There with you talking about Vanessa?
Dabness.
Dabness.
Yeah.
So Dabness is trying to get to know Dr. Huxtable, and he was like, and everybody's up in arms, upset. And he's like, here's the deal. It's like, what's your favorite food? He's like, a steak. What do you want? Steak, potatoes, whatever, onions. He's like, I got your steak. I got your potatoes. I got your onions. Got everything that you want. Beautiful. You're ready to eat.
Right.
But I'm not going to put it on a plate. I'm going to go outside and get the top of a garbage can. And I'm going to put all of it on a garbage can. And I'm going to hand it to you. Do you still want that? He said, it's not you. It's the presentation. It's how you presented it to me. And I think that's a part of it. It's because he knew she was taking the classes, but the competition she didn't tell him about. And so in his mind, she's pole dancing in front of a bunch of people and she brings home money.
Right.
So he equates it with stripping.
It's the presentation of how it was done. Had she told him in the beginning of what it was, it may not have been so bad, but she didn't tell him, and he brought me a bunch. Then you brought me $5,000 from you dancing on a pole. It all equaled up to her stripping. That's exactly where his mind went. And now he can't get away from that.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's the presentation.
Yeah, it's the presentation. We got a caller.
92Q, good morning. What you see?
Good morning. I say he should embrace it and use it to see how he can make his relationship better.
In what way? Hello?
Any aspects that's pleasing to them.
Ooh.
Whatever they do in their relationship.
I
Whatever
like
he
that.
likes or whatever she likes.
Whatever you like. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, Tony.
His laugh don't match.
Yeah, he didn't. He was like, I'm just going to laugh just because. Y'all crazy.
Pimping, laughing ass boy.
Good morning, everybody.
It ain't chicken. It
I got a little, I think it's from hanging around these kids all weekend. I got a little sniffle. Cause I was around. Then I seen my little nephew. I was like, you don't feel that, cuz? It's all be like, you don't feel it. It's like babies never feel snot until it get to their lip, and then they like it. I'm like, ugh. Basically, it be, ugh.
Let's see. Let me read some more comments on Text Groove. Let's see.
Yeah, that's how you know one of our YouTubers, Dad.
Yeah, he said,
Yeah, Isaac texted us yesterday.
Yeah.
At that
I don't
point.
know if you guys know too that Trenton that was on our.
Yeah, they've been talking about it
that's
on
crazy.
here.
Yeah, I posted it in QTube yesterday.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. You say you did what?
I posted it in QTube yesterday.
Man. Yes, we can. Before we get off of this, we will have to make sure we do that, brother.
Okay, so we gonna do that one.
Yeah. Still didn't get any word though on how he passed.
Well, you know, I mean, that.
What?
Okay.
I stopped asking how people died because they dead. I mean, regardless of how they died,
Yeah,
they're dead.
they're not here.
That's why I was like, it's like going on.
But I mean,
somebody's post.
that's fine. But I mean, that can be a thing. But it's always like there's a respect level, and
Yeah.
I mean, if he got shot at the gas station, you'd be like, whoa, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So not to be like, oh, it's going to change anything.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
it's like people going on posts being like, they be like, what happened?
I got to switch over.
They don't say sorry for
Man, what you said?
What you said?
What you said?
What you said?
Whatever.
92Q Nashville's R&B and throwbacks. It is what you said this morning. Getting in your comments right now on YouTube and on our text messages and our calls at 615-737-9292 every morning when we get the phone lines popping. What are they saying, sis?
Someone said it's not stripping, it's performance. He is shallow and has insecurities. Someone else said, if that pole is more important than your marriage, then I hope your prize money keeps you warm at night. Nikki said, tell her to sit at home and gain 75 pounds, then let him decide which he would prefer, a pole dancing athlete or a lumpy dumpling. Janita said, maybe you should have mentioned everything up front, not for permission, but just to express your love and passion for the art of pole dancing. You're making extra money, you're not naked, nor are you disrespecting yourself or the marriage. Seems like he's upset you didn't consider him overall, but you're in a marriage, not dictatorship. Talk it out with him. If he's so quickly willing to threaten marriage being over, if you're pursuing a newfound passion, then there are deeper things to discuss.
All right, what are you thinking, sis?
I agree with that last one, but I had a whole thing I was going to say, but I'm going to go back and refer to what Sean said. we were talking off the air. It was the delivery for him because he knew she was doing the pole dancing. He thought it was just like a few times, going to the friend's birthday party and everything. But then she omits that she's competing. So then she comes with this $5,000 and this video. So he immediately thinks she's stripping. I can get that. So I think the delivery was wrong, but I also think that he needs to educate himself on pole dancing and what it really entails. Because like we were talking about, Ebony pole dances every week. She's not out here stripping. She's not naked. She's not dressing halfway, showing her butt crack and things like that.
Oh, wow.
She's just dancing. It is an art. It is a great workout, and 95% of women cannot do it. So for her to do that, to be in shape, first of all, and then to be able to win money, and then she's thinking about doing a class to show other people. There's more to it to her. It's becoming a passion, I think, for her. And I think he needs to just educate himself a little bit more on it and see, baby, this is not what you think it is. I'm sorry I delivered it that way. I'm sorry I lied or I didn't tell you everything up front, but this is what I want to do, and I would really love for you to support me. Can you please meet me halfway and at least come to the class and look and see what I do, and then go from there? And then if he doesn't like it at that point, then maybe just go to the classes and not compete. But just still go to the classes because he can see, like Sean said, it's only women in those classes. There's no men in these pole dancing classes. So he needs to get over that. And for the gentleman that said his queen ain't going to do that, he sounds like one of those ones that equates it with stripping. Because she's not stripping. She's just practicing her art and getting in better shape. Because I'm telling you, pole dancing ladies are in way better shape than if you just go straight to the gym. Because that core and those arms and those legs, you have to be really strong.
Yeah.
What you got, Kenny?
Everything ain't for everybody. And some men look at anything with a sexual connotation as a violation. They do. If you can't see that, then I think you might be being a little bit intellectually dishonest. The clear line of communication, too, was broken by not being upfront about the progression of the passion. As it progressed, and now we're not just having fun. Now we're trying to get into competitions and doing all that stuff. I think, if there had been that as it's progressed, the conversations progressed, you never know. Your husband could end up being your damn coach. You know what I'm saying? He could be there helping you with the water and, yeah, baby, you're looking good out there. Da-da-da. You could have all of that. But this is what happens when you kind of like stutter step into the conversation and you don't let it maturate like it needs to. When you don't do that, it's always going to cause problems, especially in a marriage. So if you're doing that and whatever, I don't care if you're playing, if you're doing Legos. You know what I'm saying? If the Legos grows into a $10,000 competition, and, you can have those conversations. Maybe it costs a little money or just have the full conversation. But I will say, man, a lot of guys, and I know guys that are like this, man, they look at anything that got a sexual connotation to it as some type of violation. And that can be learned away. Like I think you were just mentioning earlier, you can learn that away with real knowledge.
Yeah.
But without the conversation, without that clear line of communications, it's going to always be problems.
And I bet he's going to spend that $5,000 too.
Some of it. And that's all I got to say about that.
That's all I have to say about that.
Thank you guys for chiming in, tuning in, man, and getting it in with us this morning on this conversation. We appreciate it. You're listening to Nashville's live and local Kenny Swoop Morning Show. Let's go.
Waking up with Kenny Swoop. Kenny Swoop in the morning.
My child, I swear. Do y'all kids do that when they know you doing something and they still call you? Well,
yeah, ain't got no key.
Okay.
I got
You
a
too.
niece that do me
You too.
like it.
You be like, okay, I'm going to be in my class.
My sisters do it to me all the
Don't
time.
call me for an hour. Oh, Mom, one more thing.
My daughter, my sisters, my nieces, they don't care.
That is irking. I said, Jeray. Okay. Like you didn't know.
So you can do your moment of silence. Then we got to go finish the rest of the show before you leave. So.
Oh yeah, it's Monday morning. And guys, we definitely want to give a moment of silence to Trenton, who we lost over the weekend. And man, it was so fast and how we got the information, but that's how life moves, man. It can be quick like that. So a moment of silence, please. No typing, nothing. Thank you, guys. We appreciate that. We really do. And R.I.P. Trenton. That's our show, man. We're going to get up out of here on a Monday morning. Hopefully you guys had a whole lot of fun with us. So we'll do it again, mañana, right here. And Sean's back looking brown. Look at him.
Yay, Sean.
He's looking crispy, honey.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to change your name to Jorge.
Like some fresh greased chicken.